Hey there, everyone. Happy Friday. Meteorologist Adam Claibon here with you as we get ready to head into a drier weekend and a long stretch of some dry weather, too, which will probably be more the main focus of this forecast as we're looking to see 2, 3, possibly 4 consecutive days of dry weather here across western Washington as a ridge of high pressure builds in. In the near term, though, we do have some active weather that's going to be with us here into the first part of the night. And yes, there is still that outside chance of maybe seeing a few snowflakes mixing in with some of the raindrops here as we go later into the night in a few locations. We're going to tell you exactly where those spots are because the colder air will be settling in, and with some of the drier conditions, we're going to be expecting some colder overnight lows with some of those clearer skies. Snow levels tonight dropping all the way down to 500 feet. That's going to be pretty low. It's just the thing about it is a lot of the moisture will be gone at that point, and then we're talking about some pretty dry weather Saturday all the way through Tuesday, with Wednesday and Thursday maybe a few showers around. I think there's some chance, or there is a chance, that we could stay dry at least at a few spots Wednesday and Thursday as well if this ridge of high pressure kind of holds on and holds on pretty strong. But more on that here in a second. First, let's get to Everett, where you can see as we get ready to end off Friday, those clouds, they're around. Expect to see a few more showers with them here into the first part of the night. Same could be said here in Seattle, but I think generally we're going to see more dry times than not. Kind of chilly to go along with those winds right now. They're coming in at 20 miles per hour. We're only sitting at 44 degrees, so that's going to bring that wind chill down into the 30s. Here into the night, the chances of rain will head with us into the first part of the night, maybe even only the first few hours. Once we get past that, we're really expecting things to continue to quiet down. Here are your numbers right now, and this is as of just about that sunset time. Cold across the mountains, where we've been seeing a good amount of snow here throughout the day, and we're still seeing snow even on into the first part of the night. Let's go ahead and talk about that. You can see radar showing the blue across a lot of the Cascades right now. Seeing some of that across the Olympics as well. As we zoom in there, you can see that moving over parts of the Olympic Mountains right now, and just low enough, or at least just high enough, that we're not seeing any of that frozen precipitation in areas such as Port Angeles or Sequim, as we're just too low to get that cold enough air down into those spots. But there's all the snow working its way across the Cascades, White Pass, Stevens Pass, Snoqualmie Pass. And then this particular band right here, that's our convergence zone band, which is going to hang around into the night. And we'll see just how much it hangs around and how much of this heavy precipitation it can put down as we go deeper on into the night as the colder air really starts to settle on in. Because if we do get it to stick around for a little while longer, we're talking about some snowflakes mixing in here across parts of Snohomish County and northern King County. Big picture, that system is going to be heading off towards the east. Check it out right there, our area of high pressure that's going to be building on in to bring us the quieter weather. It's not too far away. It'll be heading our way here pretty soon. We are under a winter weather advisory until 10 p.m. tonight. Amounts here with this storm will be anywhere between a half a foot to a foot of snow. So another pretty good snow producer here that's going to be with us as we head on into the night. But check this out. As we head deeper on into the night, we're going to see those overnight conditions drop down pretty low as far as some of those temperatures. And yes, the snow chance is going to be around. Let's back that up for you. It's right around, I would say, about 10 o'clock tonight, where we could start to see some of those chances. Now, this is as of midnight tonight, so definitely not seeing too much of that around, but it is kind of hanging pretty close and nearby of maybe getting some of that to be in place for us. Then as we go on into the deeper part of the night, yes, some of that will be around, but it does quickly disappear. So this chance that we do have, a lot of it will be around by the time we're probably asleep for many of us and indoors. But if you're up late at that point during the night and you're in those locations, you might see some snow, some pretty big flakes too at that too, as temperatures will be really close to the freezing point. As far as any of it sticking, a coating maybe up to an inch, and then the possibility of some of that maybe only sticking on the grassy surfaces and maybe some of those vehicles and stuff. Not really expecting it to fall on the roads and stick there, as ground temperatures, relatively speaking, are still going to be just too warm for any of that. Then we'll head on into the day Saturday. Check it out, clearing out and drying out quite a bit too, and there's a lot more of that to come as we head on into the remainder of the weekend. So additional rain yet to come, a tenth up to a half an inch under that convergence zone there in Snohomish County. And then the snow, well, yeah, we'll pick up there closer to about, I would say, a half a foot to a foot. Snoqualmie Pass, do not pay attention to that number right there. I think that's a little bit of a malfunction there in some of the models, but we'll get closer to about a half a foot to a foot of snow here as we head on into the night. And then here's Futurecast as we head on into the weekend, Sunday into Monday. Dry, all the active weather staying off to our north. continuing into Tuesday as well, and seeing a bit more of that as we head on into Tuesday afternoon and into Wednesday. And then you can see that all continues with us here as we head on into maybe Wednesday night, but we're going to be right on that edge of maybe seeing some showers or not. And then into Thursday too, as most of the moisture will be just north of the border there into Canada. If it heads a little farther south with that track, of course, we'll be wet. But right now, it looks like models are trying to hint at maybe a dry beginning to 2026. We'll eventually start to see that arrive, and we'll see better chances more so into maybe late Thursday night and into the day on Friday. So the later in the week you go, the higher the chances are that rain will definitely be there. But here into Wednesday and Thursday, can't say for certain quite yet that we're going to have to deal with the rain as of right now. And I also wanted to point out too one more thing. Let's see if we can go back to this right here. You see what's happening right here across areas of western Whatcom County? Well, as we zoom into that or up this way, that's not a winter weather advisory. That is actually a cold weather advisory. It's what we used to call a wind chill advisory, because we're expecting some of the wind chills there to get pretty close to maybe the lower single digits or perhaps even around that 0-degree mark. Some spots could even try to sneak below 0. What's going to be happening? Let's talk about that here really quickly. That's the light blue shaded area that you see there in Whatcom County. Yeah, it's going to be getting really cold here as we head on into the night. So as we look at those future wind chills and how it's going to feel like here as we head on into the night, let's go ahead and talk about that. So it's going to get pretty cold out there. So here we are later on into the night. We're seeing that those numbers are starting to drop, and they're going to get down closer to more the mid-20s for early tomorrow morning. Yeah, really cold, definitely cold across the mountains too. You see those numbers? They're going to be down into the teens and the single digits. White Pass down to 3, 10 in Stevens Pass. Paradise going up there. I mean, if you're up there at 5 o'clock in the morning, 0 degrees. Then we continue on throughout the day on Saturday and into Sunday. Definitely going to be some pretty chilly weather here. So temperatures staying below the freezing point. Definitely going to be on the colder side there as we head on into that time. So you're going to want to prepare for that cooler weather here as we head on into the night and into the early morning hours up that way across western Whatcom County. It won't be for everyone, and it's only going to be those spots that definitely see a lot more of the wind that hangs around for us. All right, your forecast as we head on into tonight. We'll drop down into the low to mid 30s. It's going to be a chilly one here as we start off tomorrow morning. And then highs tomorrow getting up to about 38 degrees in Blaine. That's it. 40 degrees in Anacortes, 41 in Mount Vernon. That's another reason why things are going to be so cold and why the National Weather Service is really trying to highlight the chillier weather that we're going to have up that way across western Whatcom County. Farther south you go, we'll see more highs into the 40s around Oak Harbor, Coopville up to 41, 40 degrees in Maltby, getting up to 42 in Issaquah, 42 in Bremerton, seeing mid-40s around Puyallup, and we'll continue to see more of the 40s out over the Olympic Peninsula. Again, drying out as we head into the day on Saturday. Maybe a sprinkle or two very early in the morning, but generally here over the next few days, Saturday through Tuesday, we're dealing with rounds of fog into the morning in a few spots. That will be patchy, not for everyone. And then we're going to see more of those partly sunny skies during the afternoon. And then we'll keep an eye out for some showers around Wednesday and Thursday. Chances are looking to be pretty low. So again, outdoor plans that you might have heading into New Year's Eve or into New Year's Day, they might be okay. They might stay dry, but the better chances of rain will be around towards the latter half of the week as we head on into that point. So just wanted to, again, recap that we are going to have that chance of a rain-snow mix into northern King County and Snohomish County tonight. Limited amounts of snow, and of course, not everybody is going to get a chance to see it here into the night. It's going to be super late in the nighttime hours. So if you are staying up late, or maybe you fall asleep and trying to wake up in the morning and try to see some of that, won't be too impressive, but exciting nevertheless. And prepare for the cold, especially if you're up that way around Whatcom County. Next few mornings are going to be pretty close to that freezing point for a lot of us. Have a great weekend, everyone. Enjoy your Saturday and Sunday, and we'll talk to you soon.